an unexpected discovery in the Jersey woods. So, here's a strange story from a couple of years ago that I've never really shared with anyone because, well, it's kind of embarrassing but also hilariously absurd. I was living in Jersey at the time, and one Saturday afternoon, I decided to take a walk in the woods near the highway. Why was I in the woods, you ask? I wasn't exactly the outdoorsy type, but I had this phase where I just needed to get away from screens, my phone, and the noise of life. You know, just be one with nature. Plus, there was a local trail that had a reputation for being pretty peaceful, and I figured a walk could clear my head. So, I'm walking along, minding my own business, when I noticed something half buried in the mud. At first, I thought it was just trash. Jersey is notorious for litter along highways, so it wouldn't have been surprising. But as I got closer, I realized it was a DVD case. It was so filthy that at first, I didn't even realize what it was. I honestly thought the cover was black. Curiosity got the best of me, so I picked it up. After wiping off some of the dirt, I realized it wasn't just any DVD, it was some adult movie. The title was barely legible, but the characters on the cover had distinctly Indian features. I couldn't help but laugh at how random this was. Here I was, trying to disconnect from modern life, only to find some kind of Bollywood-themed adult flick, of all things, half buried in the mud. The case was still intact, which made me think that whoever dropped this either lost it during a hike, which is already a weird thought, or intentionally left it there, maybe hoping someone else would stumble upon it. It's almost like it was meant to be found. The rest of my walk was filled with ridiculous thoughts about who might have brought this out here. Maybe it was someone who had a weird idea of what a nature walk should involve? Maybe it was part of some bizarre scavenger hunt? When I got home, I couldn't resist. I popped the DVD into my old player, eager to see what kind of hilarity I'd uncovered. But here's the kicker, the damn thing didn't work. Not even a flicker. It must have gotten wet at some point because the disc looked fine at first, but once it started spinning, the player just spat it out. Part of me was disappointed. I mean, after all that build-up, it could have been the most bizarrely entertaining thing I'd ever seen. But another part of me was relieved because maybe it's better not to know what kind of weirdness that DVD contained. And so, it sits on my shelf now, a bizarre souvenir from that random day in the woods. Sometimes I think about tossing it, but then I remember how strangely funny and absurd that moment was, and I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. Whoever dropped that thing in the woods, whether by accident or on purpose, definitely gave me a story to tell.